Hi everyone, it's Sepia from Green Real Estate Investing News. And first of all, I just want to say that most of you probably get plenty of newsletters or perhaps way too many. I know that I start to resent my inbox, especially if I'm getting sales fluff that's being disguised as a newsletter. So since I really don't want to waste your time, we make sure that every newsletter we send you includes only the most useful and really genuinely valuable tidbits. So today, I'll be updating you on some recent goings-on in green real estate investing news that you can make use of. I will also be giving you a run-through of my super valuable nugget for this newsletter, which focuses on how to very practically measure the value of going green and what you want to show an appraiser to demonstrate the increased value of your green home. So I don't know about you, but I can't believe that 2010 is almost over. It's been a really exciting whirlwind of a year at Green Real Estate Investing News, that is really for sure. So I know personally I've been working my butt off this past month, or actually this past year is really more accurate, and much of that to kick off the launch of the Sepia system, which you've probably heard about from us already. But also there's been a lot of buzz and attention gathering around what we are doing here as the green real estate investing niche has really begun to take off, with some of the biggest names in business already tapping into this up-and-coming market, like Warren Buffett, IBM, Donald Trump, and so on. But really for me, the most exciting part has been helping people around the world profit from this lucrative niche and connecting investors with amazing new frontiers that I found a lot of people are really surprised to discover are already upon us in a really profitable way. And not just for people with last names like Buffett or Trump. So judging from the way things are going, 2011 is going to be an even more exciting year for my friends who want to green their homes and also my fellow real estate investors altogether. So moving along today, I want to address a common question we get from real estate investors. We're aware, of course, of how many benefits of a green home there are, but how do you actually measure the value of going green? It turns out that there are actually several green formulas that can give you, and more importantly, your home appraiser, first, the return on investment for going green and high performance. Number two is the estimated asset value increase of your home. And number three is the payback period, or the time that it takes to make back your money from going green. So for the math-averse, don't worry, these formulas are super simple and really easy to use. And in fact, you don't have to go grab a pen to write these down because we've devoted one of our latest articles on greenrealestateinvestingnews.com to these formulas. So if you want to take a closer look and see our calculated examples, you can go ahead and visit our site and click on the new article at the top of the site called Green Formulas to Boost Appraisal Values. So the first and most obvious formula that you'll want to use is the formula for return on investment, which most of you probably know is what you use to calculate your actual income. So the way to do this in this case is to take the dollar amount of your annual savings in energy costs and divide that number by how much money it costs you to do the greenhab. And the next formula you'll want to use works to estimate how much your asset or your home has increased in value. So to calculate your estimated asset value increase, it's also pretty simple. You'll just divide your annual savings in energy costs by the capitalization rate. So we could talk about cap rate for a long time here, but for everyone's sake, let's not, and keep it simple by saying that if you're not familiar with a cap rate, a simple way to describe it is to say that it measures how expensive or cheap your return on investment is. So the higher the cap rate, the cheaper the income you'll be receiving. So your capitalization rate, or cap rate, can be found by dividing your annual net operating income by the cost of the asset. Finally, you'll want to calculate your payback period, or the amount of time that it takes to recover the cash that you've invested in greening your property. So to do that, you simply divide the total cost that it took you to green your property by your annual energy savings, or the dollar amount that you'll save in energy costs for the year. So even though these formulas are very simple, don't underestimate the power of actually using them and putting this information to work for you. You can find exact examples of how these formulas work in real life in the article on our website, and of course you can refer to that anytime you need to. And these formulas are really the kind of simple insider information that most people don't even know that they're missing. And that's why they pay consultants good money to sort it out for them and make sure their numbers for going green actually work. And they do if done right. And I want to make sure that our green real estate investing community knows how relevant they are and has them readily at hand, as with, of course, all the information on our news site. That's all free. So now, in addition to using these equations, there are a few other things that you should give your appraiser to demonstrate the increased value of your green home. First, be sure to give them your completed energy audit report. Second, give them a list of all the energy efficient measures that you've completed, for example, any wall insulation that you've added or an optimized HVAC system, that kind of thing. And third, give your appraiser a list of energy efficient materials and equipment that's been installed. So this might include low flow shower heads, CFL lighting, or weather stripping, or energy efficient appliances. And finally, be sure to show your appraiser the projected annual utility expense savings, and you'll want to make sure that's based on historical data. So basically 12 months of past utility bills or an annual utility cost from comparable homes in the neighborhood. So these 4 steps are really great ways that you can demonstrate the actual increased value of your green home. And remember that by using one of the formulas that I've already talked about, you can also give your appraiser the projected asset value increase. This is a really major selling point for anyone interested in buying your home either as a residence or a longer-term investment vehicle. And also, before I jump off really quick, I wanted to give you a few updates about what we've been up to. And one of the things I wanted to share, since I'm so happy about the completion of this project, and you might have also seen this on our Facebook page, some postings with some photographs and so forth, is that one of my 2 nonprofit organizations called the Garland of Wales just finished a project in Fiji where we completed the resurfacing of a long dirt pathway that is highly trafficked by this really very small island's almost exclusively pedestrian or bike riding residents. So now that the resurfacing is complete, the path is safer and much more easily passable. So as simple and rudimentary as that may sound, it's been a dramatic improvement for the residents there, and so we're really happy to have been able to make that happen this month. Also, most of you probably know by now that we've just launched the sepia system. It's been getting rave reviews so far, and we'll be posting those soon as well, so that you can see how ordinary people are really soaking up this groundbreaking course that's finally teaching people how to make substantial profits by going green. So I wanted to give you all a heads up about that the current discount that we're running will be expiring on January 1st. So that means there's only 2 more weeks to take advantage of this really great deal on this risk-free opportunity. Since we have a 30-day money-back guarantee, of course, that'll always be the case. And also, if you're not finished with your holiday shopping, it's a great gift for your investment-savvy loved ones, or perhaps those you think could be more investment-savvy. Another update I wanted to share is that the green investment properties we've been making available to our investors has been doing tremendously well. So much so that we're having to really work hard to keep up with the demand. Considering especially owning a green turnkey and managed for you property with a 15 to 23% return is an opportunity you really won't find anywhere else in the country. So for instance, my father-in-law who's a doctor who lives in Malibu, and we refer to him as the accidental brilliant real estate investor, since he happened to buy property in Malibu in the early 70s when all the mansions there used to be 1-story ranch houses. So of course, when he bought these properties, he didn't even have any idea or plans to be making money with them. But as it turns out, they've made him about as much money as his entire career in medicine. So anyway, he's a very conservative and carefully discriminating investor now, and after scouring over our green property investments, he's now in the process of buying 4 of them with his IRA. So this will give him a nice 22% annual return, which is completely tax-free, and which, after expenses, puts more than $2,500 of positive cash flow per month directly into his IRA. Another friend of mine, for instance, from California, an investor friend, just flew out to Detroit and took a really close look at all these properties and the process of buying them, and picked up 6 of our properties. And 2 days ago, also, our team sold a single package of 51 properties for $1.5 million to a super conservative investor who's now making $303,000 net operating income per year. So $303,000 net operating income per year, which is of course 100% passive income from that one purchase alone. These green properties, they really won't last forever, and we already have a long line for them. So if you're interested, be sure to call me sooner than later so I can put you on the list, even if you just want to check it out or check out some of our packages, how we put those together, or any of the properties, so that you can evaluate it for your own interests. Anyway, that's about it for my update for now. It's been a really fun and exciting year, and I can't wait for 2011 because I happen to know that this wave is starting to crest, and I'm excited to have you all here with me early in this phase of evolution to watch it all happen and also to be an integral part of it. So keep an eye out for an article I'll be posting soon onto my blog which is all about my top 7 green products of 2010. I think you'll find some remarkably useful stuff in there. And again, to get the skinny on the formulas I mentioned, or any of the information I just talked about, and of course much more, go to greenrealestateinvestingnews.com and feel free to browse around. And be sure to follow us on Facebook if you want to see what we're offering and sharing with our closest friends week to week. So thanks for listening. I know it's been a bit of a long one, but I wanted to give you as much as I can to help you get started on what's going to be one of the economy's most profitable years, the green economy's most profitable years to date, if not the most. So here's to your success in 2011, and happy holidays. And until next time, much aloha from Kauai.